Right from 2014, we see distinctive change in the strategy of our country. If you see the statistics, it's amazing. The number of startups, which were like few hundreds in 2014, maybe not even 500, it was like 200, 300 startups in biotech. Now you know what the number stands, 10,000 startups, 100 bionest incubation centers where they all can go and do proof of concept, whatever their idea is, they can actually do proof of concept and take the innovations ahead. I would like to tell you that most of the unicorns, with all due respect to them, they are mostly aggregators who have found a business model. But in biotech, the game is different. Here you have to do an innovation in the product or services and then fit into the business model. Our startups has done a wonderful way, come out with lot of innovations who are taking the country ahead. And they are respected a lot. Now it's changing. People are now, it's reverse brain drain actually. People are coming to India because India provides them the opportunity.
So how do you see that? Is it changing for our scientists post-COVID kind of not only a fight but also a victory for that matter? Is our scientists are being seen more respectfully in our society now, given that we are focusing up to certain extent on innovation? We are now building a environment of innovation. Prime Minister has been time and again talking about and kind of saluting the role of scientists in advancement of society. We landed in the most difficult and uncharted part of moon. So there has been a lot of which is
south mode of the moon.
Yeah, so which has been a which has been showing steadily the scientific prowess of India. How do you see that perception towards science? Maybe more children will be taking science as a career. They would like to become scientists instead of the engineer, doctor, or maybe civil servants, or for that matter entrepreneurs these days. How do you see that?
See, I see our country as leader in science always, actually, with the intervening period of some time maybe. But say you talk about Vedic times, you talk about when people did not have even civilizational growth in other parts of the world. We had written Sushruta Samhita. We had already had lot of knowledge about astronomy. So there are already seeds of leadership in science in our society, in our country. However, maybe in the intervening period where our country receded into maybe aggressions from outer world and then colonialism from the West, etc., it took a backseat because it can only happen. All these innovations and growth can only happen when there is a supportive government structure. Supportive innovation, as I said, America and all the examples I gave, innovations have to be supported. Scientists have to be respected. Funding has to happen. Because now we are talking about modern science. It's earlier, whatever science was done was through Rishi Munis, who were known for their intellectual capability, and they wrote some, mathematical treatises, astronomical treatises. Of course, there were institutional mechanisms. There was also patronage by the rulers, but it was not compared to modern science. Modern science requires a lot of infrastructure and government support and funding and etc. and all that. So that was lacking in the intervening period. Of course, what can a country which is already colonialized by other country can do? So they will use only for their purpose. So whatever development they did was for their own development. But they never thought about country's progress, to be honest. However, after independence, of course, there are a lot of institution building, as you can see, IITs and ISCs, etc. But still, the game of innovation was not there. As you rightly said in the initial part of your conversation, it was mostly we were known for generics and contract research services, and we were doing whatever reverse engineering and all that. There was a huge brain drain. Everybody wanted to have American dream. Every kid in science, they wanted to go to abroad because without that they cannot do anything. However, right from 2014, we see distinctive change in the strategy of our country. 2014 to, you say, 2024, if you see the statistics, it's amazing. The number of startups, which were like few hundreds in 2014, maybe not even 500, it was like 200, 300 startups in biotech. Now you know what the number stands, 10,000 startups. And these startups
10,000 only in the space of biotech.
Biotech. The total number of startups is, has gone to 1,79,000 as per DPIIT. More than that, but I'm telling you some near, I mean, approximate.
Yep.
But I'm talking about biotech because biotech is different, unique. Because as I said earlier, it requires a lot of time is very, long time for fruition. Lot of risk, lot of infrastructure. Entry barrier is very high. So therefore, this is very unique compared to a IT startup, compared to a say electronic startup. You can start in your own home.
Yeah.
But here it's not
Tech-driven.
like that. Yeah. Here you need lot of infrastructure, equipment. So entry barrier is so high. Cost of research is so high. You cannot, a common man cannot do unless there is a government support, unless there is an institutional mechanism to do that. So all that have been now, in our country has, so 10,000 startups, 100 bionest incubation centers where they all can go and do proof of concept, whatever their idea is, they can actually, do proof of concept and take their innovations ahead. So I think now scientists and innovators and startups are given a lot of respect. Earlier, when you start your business, people are your own home, parents will discourage you. Your friends will discourage you. Everybody will listen. But now, no more actually. Startups are seen as a in thing now. You are a startup means people will give respect. Okay, sure.
Are there some startups in the space of biotechnology also which have reached to that level?
So they might not have reached, but they are soonicorns, we say. Soon they are going to reach that.
Okay.
So, for example, Revelations Biotech, I think it will reach soon. Okay. And even our own Biocon, for example, has already reached. It's a unicorn, to be honest. But we don't. I mean, it's not projected to be a startup anymore because it's a big company. But one day it was a startup.
Right.
Kiran Mazumdar Shaw's company. Yeah. It was a startup in 1980s. In 1985, it started and then it grew. So,
but normally startups are, in our
10 years.
Today's parlance, we see that, last 10, 12 years, something which has, like Zomato, like, Paytm, PhonePe.
So I would like to tell you that most of the unicorns, with all due respect to them, they are mostly aggregators, who have found a business model. And they have done innovations in the IT and processes, etc. And they have, like Zomato, as you said. But in biotech, the game is different. Here you have to do a real innovation in the product or services, and then fit into the business model and, see that it is accepted by the clients. And you have to then think about competition with multinational companies who are already there to grab you. Think about competitions from other countries who are, definitely they will not like India to flourish. I mean, to be honest, there's a competition.
Right.
So therefore, our startups has done a wonderful way. Wonderful, they will always have been a leaders who have actually taken a lot of risk and come out with a lot of innovations who are taking the country ahead. And they are respected a lot. Now it's changing. People are now, it's reverse brain drain actually. People are coming to India because India provides them the opportunity. You know that there are a lot of funding mechanisms from BIRAC, which has attracted a lot of talent from abroad. They say that, okay, now we can get funding as an individual also. And there are incubation centers. They can do proof of concept. Okay, let me take this grant from BIRAC and start my career in India. There are companies who are developed. I mean, they are outside companies and they are NRIs and they are OCIs, but they want to come back. Even though they are not citizen of country, but they have linkages. They want to say that, okay, let's start something in India. They may be abroad, I mean, because they are OCIs basically. Overseas citizens of India, they're first generation, repatriates. So they want to set up something and make a difference in their community, I mean, their own country of origin. So its situation has changed a lot, I would say.